Hello, my name is Pramal and today I will be providing you with a quick tutorial on how to add address information to a condo return. So, just as a bit of a backgrounder, to help condo corporations with providing the most accurate and complete address information to the CIO, we've implemented an address lookup function in a number of areas throughout the condo returns form. Now, when filing a return, address information is actually required to be input for the following areas. You need to list the address for service for the condo corporation, the management company, the management individual, as well as any court-appointed inspectors or administrators. You'll also need to indicate the municipal address for the condo corporation, if in fact the corporation does have a municipal address. And of course, by municipal address, we mean where the actual physical location of the condo corporation. Now, the way you add in the address information for all of these different addresses is actually the same. So what we're going to do today is use the municipal address field to demonstrate how to add address information. So let's begin. So when we get to the municipal address field in the return, first we have to disclose if the corporation actually has a municipal address and the number of municipal addresses. So in this case, what we're going to do is, of course, select yes and add in that there's only one. Now, even if the condo corporation does have multiple municipal addresses, you can still only add one. So if the corporation actually does have multiple municipal addresses, the corporation is actually going to need to decide which municipal address they want to add to the condo return, because this is the address that's actually going to get published on the public registry. Now, after we've just provided this information, we can now actually add in the actual address information. And to start this off, the first thing we're going to need to do is click on Add Address. Now, when adding in the address information, once this form pops up, now when adding in address information, we always recommend that you use the address lookup. To do so, all you have to do is just start typing in the address field, and then the options will be provided to you. So in this case, if I were to put in 1 Yonge Street, I would see a number of different 1 Yonge Streets all throughout Canada, from Toronto, St. Catharines, Mississauga, what have you. So, and then if we wanted to actually add in this information, all we would need to do is just click on it, and then it's going to populate all the information in this box down here from the address line 1, the city, province, and the postal code. Now, if you need to add an address which includes a unit number, all you need to do is click on the arrow which will next to the address information, which will provide you with all of the available units on file. So again, if we take the 1 Yonge Street example, see this address actually has an arrow. So if we click on it, we can then see a number of different units that we could add in if we wanted to. Now, of course, again, if you selected the unit information, it's going to provide the general information in the address line 1, the unit information in address line 2, and then the city, province, and postal code. So it does all the work for you, as well as it also is going to make sure that the information is input in the correct format, so then we don't run into any issues with the postal code later on, or postal code, or any of the address information later on in the return. Now, if you can't find the applicable address for whatever reason, maybe this address never received mail or anything like that, which means it wouldn't actually be in the lookup, right, in the Canada Post lookup, you can actually enter the address manually. Now, to do this, all you have to do is select no to the question, did you find the correct address? And then you'll notice once I click on no to this question right here, all of these fields open up, so I can put in the information manually, right, for the applicable address if in fact I can't find it using the lookup function. But again, my strong recommendation here is that you always use the address lookup just to ensure the information is being input correctly, so that you don't run into any issues later on in the return. So now in this case, right, we can just go back to the fact that we did find the address. And in this case, I'll just click Save and Close. And then, of course, we have all the correct information here. And then it's now in the return, so we're all good to go. Now, before we finish off today, there's two other things that I just kind of want to touch upon quickly. Now, the first thing is that if you are entering the information in manually, you're going to want to always make sure that you're entering the postal code in the correct format, which needs to be provided in the letter, number, letter, right, space, number, letter, number format, because any other format than that, and you're going to get an error message. So again, it's very important that you add it in the correct format. And again, my suggestion is, I know I keep harping on this, but I really want to kind of get across that it's very important that you try and at least use the lookup function, the address lookup function, to make sure all of this information is input correctly. Now, the second thing I wanted to raise is that if you have an address which is from a previously provided return, the address actually may be in an invalid format, which may result in you getting a validation error message later on in the return. So again, if you have any existing address information, I would strongly recommend that you delete the old address and re-add the address information using the address lookup, right? Again, to just make sure that it's in the correct format and all the information is complete. So now that ends our tutorial for today on how to add address information to a condo return, and I thank you for joining me.